Modern medicine often overlooks a critical pillar of health: nutrition. Despite the undeniable link between diet and chronic illness, most medical schools dedicate little to no time to teaching future doctors about proper nutrition. This gap leaves practitioners unequipped to address one of the leading causes of disease today: poor dietary choices driven by misleading research and industry influence. A significant portion of nutrition studies is funded by food corporations, which spend disproportionately more on research than independent bodies like the NIH. Predictably, this financial backing skews results. For instance, studies financed by the food industry are far more likely to downplay the harmful effects of sugary beverages or processed snacks. These biased findings shape public health guidelines, school meal programs, and even agricultural subsidies, perpetuating cycles of unhealthy eating. Consider this: nearly all members of a recent committee responsible for crafting national dietary recommendations had ties to major food companies. As a result, policies now allow up to 10% of a child's daily calories to come from added sugars, a threshold that should realistically be zero. Even prestigious institutions have fallen prey to questionable partnerships. In 2022, a high-profile study co-funded by processed food giants ranked heavily processed cereals as healthier options than whole foods like lamb or eggs. Such conclusions seem almost comical, if not for their real-world implications on marketing tactics targeting children. Animals in the wild thrive without human intervention because they instinctively choose what's best for their bodies. Humans once shared this innate wisdom, but have since been swayed by conflicting advice from so-called experts. Between 2020 and 2022 alone, over 45,000 peer-reviewed papers explored various aspects of nutrition, an overwhelming amount of information that often muddies the waters rather than clarifying them. Instead of chasing trends or relying on compromised data, adopting straightforward principles can transform health outcomes. Focus on consuming fresh, seasonal produce grown using sustainable methods. Whole, minimally altered plant-based staples such as legumes, nuts, seeds, and leafy greens. Ethically raised animal products, including pasture-fed meats, free-range, poultry, and wild-caught seafood. Natural fats derived from sources like avocados, olives, and coconut oil. Clean water filtered through reverse osmosis or advanced charcoal systems. Water deserves special attention. It makes up a significant portion of our blood and plays a vital role in maintaining overall wellness. Tap water, however, may contain contaminants like heavy metals or pesticides. Investing in a quality filtration system ensures access to pure hydration, which supports metabolic balance and prevents conditions linked to dehydration, such as weight gain. Dehydration triggers a cascade of biological responses, including increased fat production. When the body lacks sufficient water, it produces fructose, a sugar that signals the kidneys to retain fluids while simultaneously encouraging fat storage. This mechanism explains why individuals with obesity are often chronically dehydrated. Simply drinking an extra glass of clean water each day has been shown to reduce the risk of childhood overweight by nearly a third. On the flip side, certain foods actively sabotage health when consumed regularly. Processed items laden with refined sugars, synthetic oils, and stripped grains wreak havoc on cellular function and promote inflammation. Ultra-processed foods, those manufactured with artificial additives, are particularly insidious. Studies reveal that consuming 4 servings of these products daily raises mortality risk by over 60%, with each additional serving compounding the danger. To identify culprits, look beyond clever packaging. Ingredients like high-fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated oils, and bleached flours signal red flags. Replace these offenders with nutrient-dense alternatives. Swap white bread for versions made with almond or coconut flour. Trade pasta for spiralized vegetables, and ditch sugary cereals in favor of chia seed pudding or homemade granola. The environmental toll of ultra-processed diets cannot be ignored either. Industrial farming practices strip soil of its vitality, pollute waterways, and contribute to climate change. Regenerative agriculture offers a solution by prioritizing biodiversity, enriching topsoil, and reducing chemical use. Supporting farmers who embrace these methods benefits both personal health and the planet. Transitioning to wholesome, unrefined foods might initially appear costly, but the long-term savings are undeniable. Chronic diseases stemming from poor nutrition lead to skyrocketing healthcare expenses, lost productivity, and diminished quality of life. Prevention through mindful eating proves far more economical and rewarding than managing preventable illnesses. Here are practical tips for embracing this lifestyle shift. Prioritize protein. Include diverse protein sources at every meal to support muscle maintenance and satiety. Options range from lean meats and fish to plant-based proteins like lentils and hemp seeds. Load up on fiber. Incorporate fiber-rich foods to nourish gut bacteria, stabilize blood sugar, and curb cravings. Beans, berries, and cruciferous veggies are excellent choices. Embrace fermented foods. Sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt, and other fermented delights introduce beneficial probiotics into the digestive tract. Balance omega fats. Counteract inflammatory omega-6 fats found in processed oils by consuming omega-3 rich foods like walnuts, flax seeds, and fatty fish. Fortify with micronutrients. Seek out colorful fruits, vegetables, herbs, and spices to supply essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Ultimately, achieving optimal energy begins with intentional eating. By shifting focus away from hyper-processed convenience foods toward nature's bounty, individuals can reclaim control over their well-being. This journey not only fosters physical vitality, but also cultivates a deeper connection to the earth and its resources, a win-win for humanity and the environment alike.